be able to, there we go. I'm not going to be able to sew and talk at the same time, so I'll just talk about what we've been doing and stuff like that. Hi, there's nobody here yet, which is fine. That's good because we've been frazzled. Today's live stream is a bit strange because
Why is it strange?
well,
I mean, there's an alien here.
There is an alien, and we have monsters too.
Yeah. Where?
Oh, well, we'll meet her. We will meet the monsters that we made and all our new friends.
We got a person here.
I
wonder who it is. I don't know who it is.
I don't know. If you're just joining the live stream, if you're just joining the live stream, I can get way over here. Yeah, I can move way over here.
We're off center.
Hey, Patrick. Hi. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Oscar. Good to see you.
Oscar and some pushy pushing.
Yeah. We are starting our live stream a few minutes late because I've been running around. I have a cord for my phone that. Oh, good and new. Well, I have a cord for my phone to keep it plugged in while we live stream, and I took it out of its socket and I put it...
It's floating in the ether somewhere in space.
It's floating in the ether someplace. I have no idea where I put it, and it was 4 minutes. I picked it up. I said, okay, we got to get ready for the live stream. I said, oh yeah, I need to get the tripod and the light, and...
I learned all sorts of new curse words.
The puppets behave themselves, but I don't. I'm not very good at behaving myself.
There.
They're there. So, if people are here, if people heard what I was going to do this week for the live stream, I was going to do something called the Childhood Trauma, which a film review channel called Two Takes was asked me to do. They tagged me in this this tag, yeah, just like that. Tag, you're it. They tagged me in this video to talk about things that scared us as kids, and I was...
Sorry.
You're covering really well.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hope you're having a great holiday. Yes, we are actually, we've been off this whole weekend, and we have the holiday tomorrow, so that's great. Thank you very much, Miss Bella. So we were going to talk about a thing that scared me, which came out in 1970. They came out in 1974. It was a TV movie that was called Trilogy of Terror, but I wanted to make a puppet.
Trilogy of Terror.
Trilogy of Terror, and I only remember one part. I think most people who saw it in the 70s or have seen anything of it only remember this one part, which was, I think the name of the short was called Amelia. And it's
Amelia.
I made my 27th month hair update video 5 days ago. Please check it out. Sure. Yep. Can't check anything out right now because we're on live stream, but sometime this weekend before the holiday's over, I'll be sure to check out your hair update video. If anybody's on the live stream and you have anything you want to share with the other folks that are on the stream to check out after we're done here, then we would be more than happy to have you all check out each other's work. I think that's great. I think that's one of the great things about live streaming. Yeah, so we were going to do something about this this childhood trauma video, this thing that scared me, and it was a...
Do you need to lay down on the couch and should I get a pad and pencil?
What, you're going to be my therapist?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
A therapist.
Well, okay, well, maybe next...
Tell me about your mother.
Maybe next week we can do that as the childhood trauma thing. You can talk about it, and then we can talk about what scared me about that when I was a kid. But for anybody who saw it, it was a woman who gets a package that has a voodoo doll in it, and the little voodoo doll, it's just like a little shrunken head type of thing, and then it attacks her with a knife, and it's scary. I mean, it's actually, I watched it again on YouTube, and it's actually, it's scary. It's scary, especially for TV in the 1970s.
They actually played it on TV?
They played it on TV. I think it was a...
Without a warning?
Oh, I'm sure they put it on a warning. Or it was the 70s. Nobody cared about warning people. I wish I was a child, still miss my early childhood, and I'll be 20 in January. Well, 20 still very young. 20
very young.
Very young. So...
How many times did you turn 20?
I've turned, well, if I turn 20, I've turned 20 almost 29 times. That's a lot of times.
29 times 20?
29, well, 20 then.
Oh, you turn 20, you turn you had a birthday 29 times after
Exactly.
20. Oh, I
Yeah.
just meant you do 20 and 20 is 40.
Oh, so then
And
2.5 times.
2.5 times.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that would be very old.
Yes, you're not young.
I'm not a spring chicken. So we were going to talk about that, but the thing is that I wanted to make a puppet that looked like that voodoo doll that scared me as a little kid. And hey, Michelle, good to have you. So I was going to talk about that voodoo doll, and we got some of the stuff for that voodoo doll. We got the foam to make the head, but we didn't finish doing that. And plus, we got distracted by making.
Yes.
We made
monsters.
Well, we made one monster, and we're halfway through. Well, at the beginning stages of making it. Well, no, one of them doesn't have arms, but her whole face is done. And we bought her a really cool couple of shirts. Yeah. So.
But she needs arms.
She does need arms, but I'm going to make arms for everybody all at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do I get arms?
You have arms. Look at this. Look at this beautiful arm.
I know.
That's a beautiful arm. Look how beautiful. Look at this beautiful arm. Eating lunch, boys are napping. I hope I get to see all of this. Oh, cool.
All of what?
All of this live stream.
All
the stuff that we're doing here.
The live stream.
So, if you were here last week, we started making foam puppet heads. I was going to talk about the fabric to make a fabric pattern of that. We still will cover that as well, but that will be a much more organized live stream. But I'm showing you what I have in progress right now. If you've been following along with the puppets we've been making recently, are you making fun?
Excuse me.
Well,
I have a little cold.
Oh, yeah. You know, Peter has a cold, too. He's coughing all the time. It's amazing how much, whenever Peter has a cold, you have a cold.
It boggles the mind.
It's catching. So, if anybody has been following along with the puppets that we have been making, we made a cow and a sheep puppet for a contest for a charity. We did not win that. We didn't even place in the finals. They did not like our puppets. I know, it's so sad. But we got this beautiful fur that was, oh, you're going to get it? So we found this beautiful fur in the remnants bin of Joanne's fabrics. And so this, it looked very much like this. This isn't the same stuff. This is a little bit less curly. But this fur, this silver fur, if you remember Milk, we made a puppet named Milk who was a cow. You met her. Yeah, you met her.
Yes.
Or you talked about her.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, he is. I have to say that Fred is the most helpful alien in the house.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm the only alien in the house.
So he's a very helpful alien. So we used fur just like this. It was a little bit curlier, the gray fur, and was a little bit less silver.
Oh,
than
that's
this.
what you meant.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fine. I don't know where
what that is.
No, I think it's in the brown.
Actually, I know what it is.
It's in the brown cabinet, but that's fine. Yeah. So, no, you don't have to. Are you going to get it? Was it up there?
No.
No, it's in the brown cabinet. No, it's in the brown cabinet. He doesn't believe me when I say it's in the brown cabinet. There you go. I remember seeing it. So we found this. If you would, since we started actually...
You move things on me.
Since we started constructing puppets, there is so much fabric in this house in so many places. So we found this. This is gorgeous. This is really beautiful.
Looks like Cousin It.
It looks like Cousin It. It looks like a beautiful, like, sheep before it's been sheared or something like that. This we got for, I think, less than half price because we used a coupon at Joanne's Fabric. So this fur is very expensive. We never use real fur. Of course, we use fun fur. This would have been like $40 or something for a yard of this, and we got it at Joanne's Fabric. It was a remnant, which means that they marked it half off, and then we had, I think, a 40% off coupon. So this was very inexpensive, so we used it for some hair. Now, it's not a full yard, and it's a thin, it's not wide. Seems like a dog's hair. Yes, we could make a beautiful sheepdog. Like, he could make a really great sheepdog.
But we already have a sheepdog.
We do. Well, we have a Portuguese water dog.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but we could make, like...
Nitpicking.
Like the Shaggy DA, the Shaggy... I'm
You're dating yourself.
I'm dating myself. That's
Alan Black, the Shaggy DA.
Yep. So
you are old.
I'm very old. I feel very old too. So we found this for we didn't think this was enough to make a full puppet, but I thought I want to make a monster out of this. So we went looking for fur at Joann's Fabrics, which is pretty much the only fabric store unless you want to go into the city that you can get fabrics at. What's a Portuguese water dog? It's
dog is a Portuguese water dog.
Let's see. So ooh, he's hard to get out of here. So hold on a sec. So this is a dog. You have to be quiet. Quiet. Okay, so this would be a Portuguese water dog, which is what dog is. So he would be like a sheepdog, except he's got the markings. He's got the black and the white and the little black nose. So that's what a Portuguese water dog is, or at least that's what a dog. Oh, dog, my favorite. So.
There's a bit of a delay. It's like a foreign movie here.
I think the dog's dubbed right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this is dog. That was good. Better. Yeah, we're getting better at this. So dog is a Portuguese water dog. I am gonna go now. I wish I could stay longer, but I've got to go. Okay, well, thanks so much for joining us. You've been at a lot of our live streams, so we really appreciate you. Can I get a shout out? Who do you want to shout you out, Michelle?
Ah!
But the neighbors just heard.
Well, you said a shout out.
Dog. Oh, okay. Ready? No, you have to give a shout out to Michelle.
What is a shout out?
A shout out is when you say, watch Michelle's channel. It's called Think Pink Days. Ready? How was that? Did that work for you? Have you noticed that dog's a little bit off? So dog's gonna go back to sleep, right?
He's not the only one that's a little bit off.
We're gonna put dog back in his
Don't
crate.
put the dog to sleep.
No, we're gonna put him in his crate. He's gonna go. He's tired. See? Okay. So yeah. So that's dog. And he is a Portuguese water dog. So, or at least that's what. Ooh, what's up here? Oh, it's a.
You got the arm rod caught a little.
One of the arm rods is caught. Okay. So bye dog. I don't know if you can see, Peter is starting to put magnetic letters. He's actually making these magnetic letters, and we are going to put name tags on everybody's cabinet. So every one of these 12. Every one of these 12 cabinets has one of our shows, or some folks from one of our shows. And
there's going to be a lot of them that said miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous, yeah. But George is the first one because he's our first show. So we got
that, and he was on the left.
He was on the left, yeah. So we got this. It wasn't enough, so we used it for some hair. Oh, there was a hand right under your hand. Amazing.
That's just creepy.
It's creepy.
You want to talk about childhood traumas?
So we got this. It was not enough to make a full puppet, or we didn't think so. I could probably make a small puppet out of it. So we said if we find some more of this, we will make a fuzzy monster puppet. So we found this instead, which was not on sale.
It wasn't what we were looking for.
It wasn't what we were looking for, but look at it. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. This is like a silverback gorilla looking kind of fur. So
that's creepy.
What?
Gorillas are scary.
They are scary. That could be a childhood trauma.
The Empire State Building.
That could be a childhood.
And grab little ladies.
Little old ladies, yeah.
Not little ladies.
Just little ladies.
Well, now she's old. Not as old as you, but well, actually you.
Faye Ray is dead. Jessica Lange's about as old as me. We're about the same age.
Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange, remember from the 1970s, like Karen Black.
Oh.
Like
I knew her from American Horror Story.
Oh yes, she was in American Horror Story. Childhood trauma builds character. It does, and we're going to talk about.
Which character are we going to build?
We are going to build the
Segway!
We're going to build a voodoo character. Anyway, I'm sorry, we get so distracted on this. So, we have this fur. I said I want to make a fuzzy monster puppet. Peter, who's never in these videos.
Ah.
We never have Peter here.
I think I saw his hand a little earlier.
I know, he likes to, he gets a little handsy sometimes. Peter.
Cheeky.
Peter has all these puppet patterns, and clowns are my nightmare. Oh, I would never make a clown puppet. I can tell you that much right now. That would scare. No, scary.
No clowns?
No clowns.
Send in the clowns.
So Peter at his office has a large format printer. So
don't tell.
He printed well, no, you can do free black and white copies. So he printed out some patterns that we have from Project Puppet. And if you ever want to make a puppet, go to projectpuppet.com because they have great patterns. And so I'll show you. Well, you've seen the patterns before because we did them last week on last week's live stream. If you haven't seen last week's live stream, you can check that out after this live stream because it's still online. How's that for
Sure.
cross-promotional?
Okay.
Yeah. So you cut out the pattern and you start sewing, basically. Now this is a little bit different than the foam head that I did last week because these ones you start with the fabric and then you kind of build a skull and stuff to go inside of it. So this is the one that I'm in the middle of making right now. So you see, he's if you were here last week for the tutorial on working with foam, this looks very much like the foam head that I had. Oh, he's over there. But it's very much like this. It's just bigger. We made this. Peter increased the size and made this bigger. And
distorted.
Yeah, with this one. Oh yeah, this one's distorted.
That was distorted.
Yeah. So this is a round. He's a round-headed monster, and if you turn it inside out, so this is where the mouth plate will go. And so you can look at him from either side. So his head's about the same size. About the same size. A little bit wider.
A little longer.
And yeah, a little bit longer than Fred. So, not that Fred is a puppet, Fred is an alien.
Yes.
So, this is the beginnings of a new puppet, and he is going to have long floppy ears, which I am working on right now. This is one that's done. And if you notice, this fur is shorter than this fur. This fur is actually this fur, except I took a pair of hair trimmers, hair clippers, and I just buzzed it down. And then that's felt on the inside. So, yeah. How's it feel?
I felt it.
Yeah.
What?
So
you set it up.
I did not know I was setting it up. So
That's
we're gonna,
the best time.
So he's going to have two floppy ears. Well, I only finished sewing one, but the ears will be sewed in a little bit, and they will be floppy on either side of his head. So kind of like, well, I'm doing this backwards, like this. Now, if you are a follower of ours on Instagram, which it's Zingcat on Instagram. If you are on Twitter, it's Zingcat on Twitter. You will know that we have... Do you need a sip of water?
A lozenge, maybe?
A lozenge? You should get a lozenge. So if you know, if you follow us on Instagram or Twitter, if you follow Sullivan on Facebook, which is the more public Facebook page, if you are friends with me on Facebook, obviously you would have that, but I don't friend everybody from YouTube on Facebook because I also have work stuff and everything on there.
Where are you going with this?
We made, we're like 99% of the way done with a new puppet.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's not the only monster. The one that you have in your hands.
That's not the only monster,
there.
right?
I think I've seen her around here somewhere. I'll go look for her.
You go look for her? Okay. So yeah, so the other 2 nights. It took me 2 nights. It probably would have only taken 1 night, especially if I had a sewing machine. I sew by hand, mostly because this apartment is incredibly small. When you look at the live streams, you're seeing most of our apartment. And if you've seen 3-ingredient recipes, we sit in front of the refrigerator because that's the only space we have in the kitchen. So this is going to be the brother of the puppet I made the past couple of days ago, and here she is.
Hello!
Oh, you should face the camera.
Oh.
There we go.
Sorry?
No, that's fine. That's fine. You haven't been on camera before. So.
No.
No.
What's a camera?
The camera, or the phone. Look at the phone.
Oh!
So this is Pyxxi.
Hello!
And Pyxxi is a monster.
Yes, I'm still trying to find my voice.
Yeah. Yeah, Pyxxi, we're not sure if this is going to be Pyxxi's actual voice, but we have made her. She is made out of the same foam.
What do you mean made out of?
Just go with me. We're pretending you're a puppet.
Oh, well, pretend!
Yeah, we're pretending you're a puppet.
I like math.
Okay, yeah, I know you like math, but your brother's not done yet.
Oh.
So...
My hair's in my face.
Your hair is in your face. We're going to have to get some, like, hairspray or something and put this back. Anyway, so Pyxxi is the puppet I made. She's missing arms right now. She doesn't have
I
arms.
don't have arms!
Nope, not yet. We're gonna have to add some arms to you.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking I'll make arms later. So,
Wow.
yep. So Pyxxi is, she took me probably about 24 hours total so far. It'll probably be 48 hours all told. So if she were a puppet, which you are not, you are a monster.
Not at all.
Right. But if you were
Even
a puppet,
though I don't have arms.
if you were a puppet, you would be made out of really beautiful silver fur, fake fur, which is beautiful.
Mine's real.
This is real monster fur, but if it was fake puppet fur, it would be that same. You would match very much with this beautiful silver fur. See? So we've got this to match you.
That's eerie.
It is. It's really creepy.
Childhood trauma.
Childhood trauma. We could just do puppet childhood trauma. So she has beautiful green eyes, as you can see. Look up a little bit. Yep. So she has these beautiful green eyes, which if we were making puppet eyes, we might use... Puppethood trauma, right?
Puppethood trauma.
We would use styrofoam balls, probably?
Maybe.
Maybe. This inside, if I were going to replicate these beautiful monster eyes on a puppet, those would be green circles, maybe that we found at an educational shop in Saugus, Massachusetts.
You got a vivid imagination.
I do have a really vivid imagination. She has ears that are, because she's a girl, her ears stick out. Her brother's ears, when they are done, will flop down because he's a boy.
Of course.
Yep, boy monsters in your universe have floppy ears.
You mean it's a multiverse?
I don't know. If we could make a multiverse, that would be great. It would be the extended universe.
Puppet trauma!
Yep. She is, if we were, again, I don't want to offend any monsters, but if she were a puppet, she would be an oblong puppet because she has a nice long face, which has a nice, beautiful, long mouth. And if you open your mouth, can you open your mouth? And you can see we have a little heart. One thing that your tongue looks just like, no eating, no eating, no eating.
I don't have teeth.
I know. Poor thing. If you've ever noticed in any puppets, do we have oh, we do. We have an actual puppet that we made. This is Grant. My goodness, you have the same cold as everybody else, huh? So Grant Uchida, who is a puppet, if you notice, the tongues in a puppet mouth tend to look like hearts, and that gives it a little bit of dimension.
And it's made with love, folks.
It's made with love. So yeah, and felt. So yeah, so we have Pyxxi. She spells her name Pyxxi because she's special. And we are thinking of making a brand new series for you.
Really?
Yeah, you and your brother.
Maybe when I figure out my voice.
Yep. And what's your brother's name?
Pyka.
Pyka. So after we finish, or I would say, how long? It was like halfway through making. Peter, how long was it when I was making that monster puppet? It looks just like Pyxxi.
Where is Peter?
I don't know, but Peter, how long was it?
After the first day or so?
After the first day or so of making a puppet that looks just like Pyxxi, Peter said maybe she should have a brother. Now, one of the things, the reason that we have a female monster in this series that's based on you is because a lot of the puppets we make are male. Because Peter and I are both male puppeteers, we tend to make male characters because it's easier for us to make male
What about Mama George?
Well, that's the thing, and I do want to talk about that, is that a lot of times when male creators make... Sorry, Peter. Make female characters, they tend to do something called smurfetting. Have you heard of smurfetting?
Smurfetting.
Yep. That's when you take a male character and then you just basically put a dress on them. It's like Scooter and Skeeter from Muppet Babies.
Skeeter?
Skeeter from Muppet Babies.
Oh!
Like Scooter's sister. It's like... Or like Bugs Bunny.
We never did see her as an adult.
No, or like Bugs Bunny and what is it, Babs Bunny? Is that...
Honey Bunny?
Honey Bunny, yeah. Like, so we didn't want to take a male character and make it a female character, like you would with, like Mama George and Mama Dog. They are very good characters. They are very important characters in the universe. What are you looking?
No.
Peter was looking at something. But they're basically George and Dog. They're just, you know, variations on George and Dog. This is an original female character, and we don't have.
I am original.
She's an original. So when I was sewing the monster head, Peter said, "What is the gender of this monster?" And I said, "It's going to be female because we don't have any female lead characters."
Yeah.
Right. So so we thought that we would have Pyxxi, and that Pyxxi would show up in like 3-ingredient recipes or George or Sullivan or something like that. But then we realized we've been actually developing a new show, kind of,
Sort of.
So Pyxxi was named Pyxxi because of the hair. If you've ever heard of Manic Pixie Dream Girl, if you've ever heard of that trope, which is like the most perfect woman in the whole wide world.
I'm perfect!
You're perfect! And she
Only
knows
I have
she knows everything, and she only exists to make the lead of the movie feel better about himself, that kind of stuff. That's basically what we were working with, and then we thought, well, we better make her smarter.
Aww.
And stronger.
Oh.
And more rational.
Yay!
Yep. So Pyxxi loves...
I am awesome!
You are awesome. Oh, yeah. Can you get up? So she is the coolest kid ever. So...
Yeah!
Yeah. And nobody...
I'm awesome.
Nobody... Yeah, you're awesome. So Pyxxi, she would listen to George. She has a lot of good self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
She likes math. Mm-hmm. She likes science. She likes geometry. And she has an imagination, but she uses all of that to inform your imagination. And then her brother Pyka is a dreamer.
He's a dreamer.
He's a dreamer. So he likes imagination, he likes art, he likes music, he likes pretending, all of that sort of stuff, which you...
Clouds.
Clouds, yeah. So when you see clouds, you see water. Dew. Yeah, you see...
it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Yeah. So, that kind of thing. But
Meteorology.
But Pyka...
Which has nothing to do with meteors.
No.
Believe it or not.
Well, you can tell us all about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I didn't know if you were getting ready to leave.
Soon.
Okay, soon. You keep looking off. Oh, you're looking... Is Peter looking at the camera? Oh, okay. So, yeah, so... One of the things that happened at VidCon, and I'm just talking a lot, guys, if you have anything to say, please leave them in the comments. This turns into a giant monologue. And usually...
What am I, chopped liver?
Well, dialogue, but it's us talking to you guys. And the fun of a live stream is if you've got any questions, or if you want to talk about anything, or if you want to promote anything, we're here for you. We don't mind. This is your time as well.
Pathwick!
Yes?
I can't find her!
Oh, she's here!
She's here?
Yeah.
Wow! I'll go get him.
You go get him? They're never in the same place twice. There's a great play called Greater Tuna that you should watch, which is just two actors, and they do this thing where they talk about how there's never the same, some of the characters are never in the same room. Sorry, there's also a play called Irma Vep where they do the same thing. Did you just miss her?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Why? You guys
That's
are
just
never,
weird.
You're never in the same room twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess that's it.
That's probably why we never see Peter either.
Peter doesn't like to be on camera.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
Maybe
okay.
she doesn't like to be on camera.
Oh, she was having a lot of fun being on camera.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, okay. Again, please interrupt me if you want to in the comments. Oh, do you need to...
What? You got to do it on camera yourself.
I do. If Peter wanted to be on camera, maybe he could cough on camera if he had a cough.
That's just weird.
It's just weird. So, when I was at VidCon, you remember I went to VidCon?
Yes.
You were home with Peter, and
Yes.
I went with Sullivan to VidCon.
Yes.
We were, Sullivan and I were in a conference room, and a woman from Sesame Studios, which is a division of the Sesame Workshop, which is the people who make Sesame Street.
Convenient that.
Convenient. She came up to me, and it was probably just because she was an ambassador for the channel, but Sesame Studios is the online division of Sesame Workshop, which makes Sesame Street. And they are for younger kids, probably about Sesame Street age, or maybe even younger. And she gave me an information packet and a canvas tote bag and a t-shirt and her card.
And her card.
And her card. I wrote to her, haven't heard back from her, but then again, she probably talks to hundreds of people in her travels. She probably goes all sorts of places. But she asked me a lot about Sullivan. About, yeah, if Sullivan was a puppet, how would he be made? Did we make him ourselves? What did we do with him? All of that sort of stuff.
But he's not a puppet.
He's not a puppet. But if he was, well, that's exciting. You're staying in contact with Sesame Studios. Yeah, I mean, I contacted them. I'm enjoying so much, and I'm watching Sesame Street all day long. Yeah, I mean, so I wrote to her. She hasn't written back, but I didn't really expect it. I just thought maybe, you know, and if she wants to, she wants to. But one of the...
Sunny days.
No, that's... We can't. Copyright.
Cloudy days.
You can't... No. Don't want a copyright strike.
It's parody.
It's not parody. Not if you just sing it. So... One of the things that, when I was talking to her, she said, well, this is very, very young kids, and if we were going to make a show for Sesame Studios, which you can pitch right on the, right on their website, on Sesame Studios, so we may pitch Pyxxi and Pyka, which means that they might show up on YouTube, but they might show up somewhere else, too.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah. One of the things that we can't do here is have 5 shows a week.
Yes.
We have 4 shows a week. Well, we have 3 shows and a live stream.
And that kills us all.
It does. I know a lot of YouTubers talk about how busy they are. We're very busy. We both have full-time jobs, and I'm about to start getting ready for a theater production, Suburban Holidays.
Uh-oh.
Yep, which I direct, and I always write.
You may think that there's many people around here.
No. Yep. But there's just 2 main people who run the channel.
Yes. Him and me.
Yep, me and Fouad.
Yes.
Yes. And so, if we were going to make another series, we might have to get rid of one series.
Oh.
Now, everybody likes different series. I recently, your dedication and work is amazing. Mostly it's because we have so much fun doing it. We love making these
We're just weird.
videos. We really do. We're weird.
We're weird.
We don't watch TV. Oh, Ellen, hi.
Hello.
Ellen, we've watched her. She makes all of those.
She has homemade delights.
Yes, she makes a lot of really like comfort food.
What's
like,
the yes?
Yes. Maybe she knows Ellen.
Oh.
Because Ellen showed up.
I don't know.
I don't know. Everybody knows everybody on this, which is great. They can all talk in the live stream. I know. Oh, of course. I love watching your channel. If you haven't, I think everybody in the chat right now has their own YouTube channel. If you haven't checked out everybody's YouTube channel that is watching,
check it out.
Check it out, definitely. Michelle does a lot of Dollar Tree stuff. She also journals. She also has washi collection that is humongous. Ellen does homemade treats. She does a lot of comfort food, like a lot of baking, all that kind of stuff. Fred has a cold. Pocket Rocket Radio he's mostly a gamer. He also sometimes puts on a panda suit and plays the guitar, which is awesome. Plays the electric guitar. Have you ever seen
specific?
Have you ever seen a panda shred on guitar? You should, because that's Pocket Rocket Shred Panda. Yep, he's awesome. Yep. We actually
we were weird.
We made an audience for Pocket Rocket Radio when all of the people who you weren't here yet, but we made an audience for him once, and they all clapped for him.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a bit of a yawn, I think, too. Yeah, and anybody else, if you do have a channel and I don't know about it yet, you can feel free to just mention it in the live stream. And then if you want it to stay on this record of this live stream, come back and mention it in the comments, because I do watch everybody. I try to watch everybody who watches me, unless it's a channel that I absolutely don't have any interest in. Like if I'll watch a lot of Pocket Rocket Radio, but I don't watch his gameplay because I don't I'm too old. I don't understand gameplay. When I played games,
The moral of this story is that he's old.
I'm old. We played Frogger was the last game that I was really
Frogger?
good at. Or Cubert. I used to be really good at Cubert.
You just like it because he swears.
Because it's what?
Because he swears.
Because he swears. Oh yeah, Cubert does swear.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we were coming back oh look, everybody's subbing to everybody.
Aw.
Yeah, that's great. So we what were we talking about? Oh, so if we made another series, one thing that I did learn was there are a lot of little kids on YouTube. Like when I was at VidCon, the average age of the kids I would say was about 11. They honestly, there were a lot of adults who were creators, but if you were downstairs in what is known as the community area, where the people who watch YouTube videos, they are mostly really young kids. And now the preteens, like the tweens and the teenagers and the preteens, they like the sort of good-looking bad boy types, like the skater dudes and all of that kind of stuff. Dude, yeah. Or they like the makeup channels where the women talk about makeup, or if they're young men, they like the women who look like models or the men who look like models or whatever. And that's not going to be our channel, obviously, unless we hired somebody. Well, you look like a model and you're very young. But
I'm too sexy for my walk.
yeah. So, but we don't have anything to compete with that. And, but puppets, if we had puppets, we have.
If we have, well, we have some.
We have some puppets. So it depends on
not on camera right now.
It depends on who's on camera, who's a puppet. But puppets, obviously, they are something that kids have been part of kids' television and kids' programming for a long time. We've pretty much. Any plans for the 4th of July? We're going to a cookout tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I'm making Watergate salad tonight for that because...
Watergate?
Yeah,
You are old!
I am old. My niece usually makes it, but she's down in Alabama right now doing an internship with a veterinary hospital. So she usually makes Watergate salad, so I'm going to be making that. And we also bought chocolate pie and key lime pie and a lot of hot dogs and hamburgers, and we go to my mom's house. She has a pool, and we will go to the pool. Maybe we'll bring some people to the pool.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You were tangented though.
God, this is just me losing my mind for an hour. So sounds great. Yeah,
so
it should be
what
fun.
were we talking about?
Oh, we were talking about. Oh, so the channel, we have always tried to keep a kind of Jim Henson. It's for all ages. We always. Hi, Cricket. Cricket. Speaking of channels, another cooking channel, Cooking with Cricket. She makes. Kind of like Ellen, they kind of make the same sort of food. It's almost like Southern home-style food. Cricket also will show off her garden. She has a gigantic garden with lovely vegetables and fruits and stuff. She has a strawberry patch that I am very jealous of. Okay.
So the channel is like Jim Henson.
So the channel is kind of like Jim Henson, and we try to go for that adult demographic, but it's kid-friendly. We don't swear. We try not to swear. I swear a lot when the camera's not on.
Yeah, when the camera's not rolling.
Right? Yeah, like when
It's like a longshoreman.
Like when I lost, I still don't know where my
cord
is for the phone. Okay, I'll calm down. We'll have dinner and it'll be all set. All right. So we try to make grown-up content that is kid-friendly. That is not a niche on YouTube that really exists right now. There are some puppet channels that are for adults, most of which I have linked on my homepage. I have something called like The Big Tiny. Takes a lot to be funny and be family friendly at the same time, so good job. Thank you. I think though we get this really kind of soft humor.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't do edgy humor. The edgiest we get is people fall down and explode a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
No blue humor.
We don't do any blue humor.
Well, I tell jokes, but
you're blue and you're funny. Yeah. But we don't do. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but it's like a gentle humor. You know what I'm saying? We always keep it
very tongue in cheek.
Very tongue in cheek. We don't do a lot of even innuendo. You had a hint of inanity when you inanity or insanity. But like most people don't go looking for that. My favorite channel on YouTube for a long time was this channel. Hi, Justin. Justin's the one who told us about the watermelon ice cream that we made.
Oh.
Yeah. If you haven't got on Justin's channel, he just made a 4th of July bracelet that's really nice, and I am very I'm very, these are bracelets that I make. He makes bracelets out of pony beads, out of plastic pony beads. And he made one for the 4th of July. Anyway, okay. My favorite channel on YouTube was this channel called Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, which was puppets, but it was very disturbing puppets.
Yeah.
So what they were
childhood trauma.
Childhood trauma. Yeah, if a kid ran across it, they would be very scared. I don't know about today. Today the kids are much more savvy, but it was like a kids show from hell, basically, is what it was. Like, they would talk about creativity and doing artistic stuff, but it was like over the top insane. It was very violent. They always included like really bloody imagery and stuff, which for me, it's so... They used puppets in it. Yeah, so their puppets got sick, but they got sick and died, so that was bad. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Yeah, it was very, very, polarizing. People either got it and loved it, or got it and hated it, and that's fine. It's very dark. It's very dark. And what it is that the people who made it, they do animation. Hug Me, I'm Scared, yeah. They do animation and puppetry and all this kind of stuff, and all of these corporations would say, we'll give you millions of dollars to do this, but you have to advertise products on it. And they are from England, and they are very socialist, and they are very anti-corporate, and very anti-using kids to make money, which I think is really admirable. So the way they rebelled against it is they made this show, but if you pay attention to the show, it's very anti-corporate. Like, they basically grind the characters into death because they're working for corporate overlords, basically. Yeah. So I love that, but they made 6 episodes in 5 years. It was like this cult around them. We can't make that. We don't we
do 6 episodes a week.
We do 4 episodes a week, so it would take us a week and a half. I love this story. So there's that side of the thing. And there's also, right now I'm following a channel called The Big Tiny, which is socialist, communist commentary about life in political England right now. So,
wow.
Yeah. But again, it's kind of grown up. It's definitely, the humor is very grown up. There's like a soap opera series. And then you have the other side, which is very, very, very kid-oriented.
Yeah.
Now, Peter and I, our sense of humor is very immature. We love puns.
Yes.
Yes. We love singing stupid songs.
We do.
We do. We like funny voices. We love we love the Muppets. We just finished watching season 3 of Bewitched, which we watched after season 1 and season 2 of Bewitched. We are old and we like silly stuff. But so when you think about stuff on YouTube, you have to either think of edgy stuff that the teenagers and the preteens of what the heck happened?
Low battery.
Low power. What the heck? Why is
I don't know.
It's unplugged or?
I don't know. Is it on?
Yeah.
Is the power strip on?
The power strip's on, and this is plugged in.
Then I don't know what to do with.
Let me just try this again. Sorry about this, guys. I can't tell if we... So we might be running out of battery. Anyway, I hope we're not running out of battery, but we will...
Well, we're almost at 45 minutes.
We're almost at 45 minutes, so we will close this up. Anyway, so we learned... So, things that I learned. There are a lot of kids on YouTube. What we do on YouTube is probably not what kids are looking for. We have to make a decision. One of the things was I took the hair videos off of my... Well, I didn't take them off of my channel, but I stopped doing them because saying I do puppet videos...
Well, you cut your hair.
I cut my hair, but I mean, it's still long. But saying I do puppet videos and long hair videos doesn't make any sense. So we kind of cut this. I never talk about my channel, but this is what we did. And learning about this at YouTube, at VidCon, was we really have to focus on something, and probably that means we have to do a younger series. George is as close as we get to a younger series, because he talks about self-esteem, and that's really something that I think kids should know about, which is how to have good self-esteem and not feel bad about yourself.
Yes.
Yes. 3-ingredient recipes could be for kids, but it's not really, because...
It's more adult palate.
It's more adult, right. Sullivan is definitely a more adult subject matter, but he has kid humor.
Slapstick.
Slapstick. He's just slapstick humor, but he's talking about chasing after being famous, which is something little kids probably don't care too much about. Or if they do, their parents, like Honey Boo Boo's parents, like that kind of thing.
Honey Boo Boo?
Honey Boo Boo.
Yogi Bear and Honey Boo Boo.
Exactly. You know, now who's old?
I don't know.
I don't know. I focus on
We're
nothing,
focusing
and
on
that's
you.
why my channel doesn't grow. Yeah, I mean, and that's the beauty of YouTube, is that you can just do it without wanting to do anything. See, Peter and I would love to work for. Oh, hi, Carol! Yay, yay, you're here, Carol. I met 20 years ago, but I hung out with while I was at VidCon. She is now a professional actress.
Ooh.
Yes, she gets paid to act. And speaking of that, Peter and I would really love to make puppetry our livelihood. It probably won't happen.
Oh.
You have to be pretty old. I mean, pretty young to
Pretty
start.
young.
Yeah.
And we're old.
And we're old. But if
Some of us are older than others.
some of us.
Just, I'm not saying who.
We started really late. Both of us have been doing theater for over 20 years.
Yes.
Peter has been doing puppetry for that long.
More or less.
Yeah.
Off and on.
I'm a beginning puppeteer, but it's really working for us, and the YouTube is really something that works for us.
Yes.
And so we're trying to do something that is probably focused more towards kids. So, so Pyxxi and Pyka are that, we think, the
Could
first
be.
of that. George is definitely that, but George has some issues because he's a commercial puppet
Aw.
base, and Dog is a commercial puppet base, so we would have to redo them in terms of their puppet styles. So we need a puppet that we made more for kids, and definitely focused on kids. So we're thinking that Pyxxi and Pyka will be based on imagination and analytic thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's okay to love math. It's okay to have an imagination. It's okay to daydream. It's okay to be a nerd. It's okay to do all of that.
I'm okay, you're okay.
I'm okay, you're okay, but it's mostly based on boys and girls don't have to be into things that are typically boy or girl, and they don't have to argue about the way they think about things. So that's the one thing, is that we are making a rule that Pyxxi and Pyka can have small arguments, but they can't have, they're not going to ever be mad at each other for the way they think. So Pyka's a dreamer. He thinks about like rainbows and puppies and all that kind of stuff. Pyxxi is a mathematician, scientist kind of thing. So if we were talking about like a tea party,
But they're little kids.
they're little kids. They're little kids. So Pyxxi, if she was going to have a tea party, she would want to know, you know, tea comes from India, and we use these leaves, and the water has to be this kind of temperature. And
How
Pyka,
many milliliters?
How many milliliters? And Pyka might think we can have the Smurfs and Disney. No, we can't have any of those people, but we could have.
Copyright.
No, we
If
could
I
have.
can't say sunny days, you can't bring
Yeah,
the Smurfs.
we could have, you know, he would think of all the people that he would invite in his head, and he would put all his stuffed animals out and think that they were royalty and all that kind of stuff. So they're both definitely different things. So I don't know if I can't see if our battery is going to die. They gave us a warning about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
so
but that was at 20%, and so it's probably going to be dying very soon.
dying very soon, and I still need to find that cord that I didn't find. So one last call. Anybody who has not given their channel, or if you haven't recently, tell everybody your channels here, so you can, if you want to, check out each other's channels. Oh, thanks so much, Michelle. Definitely check out everybody's channel on this, because I do, and I have really good taste, because I hang out with you.
Of course.
Of course.
I don't know
And
about my
also,
taste,
be on the lookout. If you have any series that you would be absolutely destroyed or really unhappy with losing, let us know in the comments to the recording of this live stream, because we are going to have to get rid of one. It probably will be the live streams. We probably won't live stream that much if we do that. Well, but you do have your audition tapes up there, or your reel. Yeah. So be on the lookout. If you are not connected with us on Instagram, I'm Zingcat. I'm Zingcat everywhere on the internet. I can't. If you type in if you type in XINGCAT, you'll find me. But on Instagram and on Twitter, I am sharing Pyka, who is not done yet. He's just a little
creepy
face so far and one ear We have one ear of Pyka, but he will be done hopefully by the end of the 4th of July, or at least his head will. We need to get his arms done. And be on the lookout. You can see them in progress. And next week I will be doing the childhood trauma. And we will have a puppet, and I will have a tutorial on how to make a voodoo doll puppet that looks just like the voodoo doll from that thing that scared me as a kid. And you can make
it years ago.
Yep, and you can make it out of very simple materials that you can find at any craft store. So you'll be back next week, and hopefully you'll be feeling better, and hopefully Peter will be feeling better. So thanks so much, everybody, for joining us this time. This was a wonderful time. See you again next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.